welcome to Tapping Into You with Tapngrl. I am your host, Colette Liose. We're going to talk about tapping and other fun things today. So, very first thing right out of the gate, let me thank my sponsors. Logan Street, it's been so long since I've been here. We missed last time, and so I'm like all of a sudden in brain freeze. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies in beautiful Noblesville, Indiana. If Jim can help you out with all kinds of stuff, he does signage and trophies and just all kinds of stuff. Just give him a holler. Just did signs for our homeowners association. Yeah, so really cool stuff. I see we got Dee on here. We got Chrissy. Yay, Scott's on here. Of course, I'm on here. And we're going to be talking here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, let's have Lisa. This is my friend Lisa, who comes and sits with me once a month. We're going to be losing Lisa later. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about it because it's kind of final.
Yeah, a little late to find. Hello,
can we talk about that?
That's only the 12th time in 2 days that I blurted something out and was like, oh, I can't take that one back.
Yeah, but you know, it's exciting.
I thought you meant the 12 things I blurted out.
All those things, it's really exciting.
It's exciting when Colette's mouth gets away. Okay,
Colette is lots of fun.
Colette is lots of fun. Still navigating life. Look, 3. All right, so go ahead and tell them about what you do and why you're here.
Yeah,
what you all can share with them, because there's lots you can share with them.
Oh, there's a lot. I work with essential oils. There's so much. Essential oils, Reiki, drumming meditation.
She loves drumming.
I love drumming.
She loves drumming.
I just love it. Can we talk? But, so you can reach me Facebook. You can find me through Colette's Facebook.
Yes, you can always send either of us a private message and we'll get to you and all kinds of stuff. Yes. I have to say this about thank you, Michael. Michael Lumen's on here. Mike's this phenom now. Allie's taking him and running, and he's showing out. Look, the only person who can heal me is me, right? Okay, and we know this, and we all want somebody else to do it. And Michael's actually helping people understand how they do that themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. How to sit there. Be quiet. Now,
my gosh.
you have to laugh because Colette doesn't get quiet very well. But it's okay because even when I'm not quiet, I know how to do the healing energy and all that stuff. In fact, well, anyway, we'll go on from different things. But hell, I don't know. Oops. Try not to cuss too because in case we get kids on here. Speaking of kids.
Yes.
Yay. Now, y'all know that kids are near and dear to my heart, right? Yes. Because listen, whenever I'm working with any of you, we're really reconnecting to that little person in you that was shut down, told when you were 2 to use your inside voice, shut this thing down and all that other stuff that happened. So, if you're watching, share this out, please, please, please. Share to a page, share to a group. Let's get some folks on here. So because it's summer, well, first let's back up and do this. I want to remind you that every Tuesday morning at 8:30 Eastern Time, I go live. I do a little teaching and then some tapping, and depending on how many we get on there, from my Colette Liose page. Thank you, Jim. Jim keeps me in line. Sometimes a little too much. And loves busting my chops. Yeah, I ask a question and he looks at me.
There's something stuck in your hair.
There's something stuck in my. Listen. Thank you, Angelina and daughters. This is my fabulous tiara that I got. Oh, good. I got Christina on here. I've been waiting for Christina to show up. All right. So, second and fourth Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern is when we do this show. I do the second Thursday with Lisa. I do the fourth Thursday with Melissa. Some of you, you just see that come up on my timeline.
Right.
All my lives, all my shows, I leave on my timelines. I do on Colette Liose page, and then I share to the Tapngrl, Tap It Into You page, and I do that because there's just a lot of good info to help you understand law of attraction, tapping, how we navigate life experience, and all those kinds of fun things. Good, I got Crystal now. All right, so if you guys keep sharing it out. So, because it's summer, there are more, I'm seeing more kids. Okay? Because school's out and that kind of stuff, right? And this actually came from, I was at a yoga studio during what they call teachers training in Zionsville. And the name of the studio is Blooming life, yoga
Yeah.
and school, okay? And the owner is Lily Kessler.
Okay.
When I get with her, it's like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
I mean, she probably does this to everybody, but I like to think it's just me. We're like two such happy, vibrant 3-year-olds. Okay, she's really amazing and awesome. And she had me come in for teachers training, and it was really amazing to be able to do that. Plus, then all the private sessions that came from that, because the folks in that class were ready, willing, and able.
Yeah.
Ready to start. Let's dump our junk. We know this can be better. You know, all those wonderful things. And what's coming out of that now is that they're bringing their children. And I have to tell you, there's a lady that came to me that actually I met probably in the spring. It wasn't a part of this actual class thing that I did. And she's been fantastic because she has 3 children. I have tapped with her oldest son once, and then when I did it the last time, she actually brought all 3 kids. Let me tell you what, I don't have kids, and but they were so delightful.
Oh,
I mean,
beautiful.
really amazing kids. I mean, look, all kids are amazing, okay? Till you train them out of their knowing, right? Okay, so really sensitive, and I have to tell you what happened, because it just blissed me out so big. I was like, oh, it's too much for this body. So here we are, and when I'm tapping with kids and they get kind of sloppy and lazy, I go, am I going to have to tap on you? And because they know it feels so good, they'll say yes.
Please.
Because I'm always telling moms, whether it's a little bitty baby in your arms, or it's your 9-year-old or your husband or whatever, if they're laying there taking a nap or just trying to chill out, and you don't have to thump on them, okay? You can just rub those spots nice and easy.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's very calming. It's very soothing. And okay, so I was sitting there. The 9-year-old says yes. Right? Okay. So we're in the 1.5 chair. I go, scooch over. Okay, right? So I start. The more I tap, the head goes back on the pillow and starts. Okay, no, it gets better. It gets better. After a couple rounds of just, I'm just tapping on him and going, I love feeling calm. I love feeling relaxed. This is so good. I love knowing I'm successful. I love feeling confident because I really think, even, I do the posy tapping. We usually get rid of the negative stuff first, okay, which we had already done some of that day, talking about, simple stuff like, when I'm doing my sports and people are watching. It makes them nervous, okay? Right. So we were tapping that stuff when we were at the positive. I am confident. I love feeling confident. I love feeling. And after about 2 or 3 rounds, he says to me, I want to do it. And I said, oh, okay. So kind of sat back, looked at him, and I go, I love feeling confident. And he goes, no, I want to do it. And I go, oh, okay. So he takes his little fingers and he says, I love feeling successful. I love feeling confident.
He didn't need you to.
I'm so peaceful. I love feeling relaxed. I'm telling you what, people, I cried. Okay. And then he goes, I don't like it when Colette cries. And I said, it's happy cry. We can keep going. And looking at his mom, and I'm like, this is like dream come true stuff for me. Okay. Because any of you have been with me for any time know I've been doing this for 12 years. I've talked to anybody and everybody who will give me 1 minute or an hour or even that, 5 hours. Stick around. We'll talk as long as you want to talk, because it's such an amazing, fantastic technique. It engages the brain and the body and the way we're made. Some of you guys know that I tell you it's like we're the microwave and we got the manual for the toaster. And I say that because while we're simple, it's complex.
Right.
Okay? And anybody who knows how to get the microwave to run for a minute and get hot water, okay? It looks complicated at first, but once you know the sequence, bam, 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 stuff comes right out, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so that's why I say it's like we're the microwave, we got the manual for the toaster, you add to that some wonderful, snarky deliciousness, like, I'll smack that smile off your face, or
I'll give you something to cry about.
I'll give you something to cry about. Hello, Frank, and I got Sheila, and I got Cheryl. Yay! All right, good to see all you guys. Oh, now Christine just popped into the room. All right, good. So, I wanted you to know. Now, I actually termed that term, coined that term, and when we're doing the positive tapping, I call it posi tapping.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about a concept I talked about the other day before we move on, and what we're going to actually do is we're going to do a little bit of anger tapping, because I want parents to be able to use this with their kids. Okay? Now, even if you're an adult, you can use it over and over again, okay? But this is something that then you got your kids having a meltdown, you bring up this video, slide it forward to where we start the tapping, and they've got automatic facilitation, okay?
Yeah, that's really
because when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're overwhelmed, it can be tough to find the words.
Yeah.
So let me remind all you guys that if you go to Tapngrl Tapping Into You and you go to the top of the page, I've got a 5-minute tutorial there on overwhelmment.
Yeah.
Now, what you can do when you're doing that is if you do a round and it doesn't bring it down enough, then do it again. And do it again, okay? Because sometimes it might take 2 or 3 times of doing it for that few minutes. So what I was talking about the other day was a concept I call double dipping, okay? All right, first of all, what were you sniffing?
Well, I heard about anger and all this stuff. I got this new oil, Fulfill Your Destiny, and I just really like the smell.
Let me smell.
It's just a really soft.
Oh, it's got some cinnamon in it.
See, that's what I just love
because
it.
that's always good too. I love smell cinnamon, and some of you know that have seen me do work with you one-on-one on video. Right next to where I sit, I have frankincense and I have lavender.
Yeah.
And sometimes, because if I get too much of your garbage, I need a little sniff. And just so you know, I love your garbage, you guys. I tell you all the time, your garbage makes my blood flow, because this is what I do. I help you clear the garbage that's getting in the way of the life experience that you want. So I want to remind you that if you're dealing with a health issue, please use the tapping for recovery, okay? Do the doctor's protocol, okay? If you're in therapy, do the psychologist protocol. Don't be walking into somebody going, Tapngrl told me I don't need that. No, 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 no.
Please, yeah.
Don't do me that way, okay?
Oh, man.
So what that means is no matter what it is that you're doing, if you have a broken arm, I had somebody actually write me this morning and they've got a health issue. They may be having stents put in.
Okay.
Well, even in your recovery, you can tap, because what you want to do is you actually want to bring that emotional response down so that your body can heal, okay? Because when we're doing that negative thinking stuff, the amygdala is fired up. So let's just explain that real fast.
Okay.
When I have a negative thought, when I'm in a threatening situation, when something happens, okay, that triggers me. Now, y'all know I tell the story where maybe when you were little, somebody intimidated you and they were wearing a red shirt. Now you don't know it. You meet somebody, they're wearing a red shirt. You don't realize your brain just made those connections, and all you know is, not crazy about that person, okay? Right. You might hear something they say and hear it very differently than I would hear it because of your life experience, okay? So when we have experiences, your isness, let's just call it your isness, because it doesn't really matter, does it, if it's your subconscious, your unconscious? Right. I mean, come on, let's stop slicing and dicing words to the point where we're not allowing ourselves to get the help that we want, which comes from ourselves, okay? So you know, it's the old physician heal thyself. So when that's happening, what's gone on is the amygdala fires up. Now I've been hearing we have amygdalae. Okay, there are 2 of them, one on each side of the brain. Okay, whether or not that's true, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay, really, you got this thing in your brain that's supposed to protect you. It's a good thing. Let's just do that.
Easy, simple terms.
We'll do that.
Wonderful.
Okay, and when that fires up, blood leaves non-essential parts of the body.
Right.
So like your body doesn't need to digest food when you're in danger.
Right.
You don't really need to think about it. You want blood to go to your arms and legs so you can run and get away. All right? So what happens is, and the way I say it is, because I just like to break this down to language we can all understand, your brain just got hijacked. Okay? So at the point, and I usually, when I give this example, everybody knows what I'm talking about. You're standing there, somebody says something, you're kind of blindsided, like a deer in headlights, or however you want to put it. Your brain just got hijacked.
Yep.
Okay? So what we invariably notice is you walk away, 30 seconds later, a minute later, you go, ooh, I could have said that.
That's so true.
Yeah. And it's because now the blood's gone back into the brain. Okay? So once blood goes back into the brain, as I say all the time, blood in the brain for thinking is a really good program. Okay? So, it's why you think of the response later, okay?
Yeah.
But if you, in that moment of knowing you're triggered, okay, can even just start tapping the karate chop, okay? Now, sometimes I'll have my hand in my lap and I just tap like that. Okay, just use the fingers, tap on the side right there. Nobody even knows what you're doing. Okay, you can tap the finger spots. We love this. Okay, the finger spots. If you hold your, I'm going to show you how to do this. Hold your hands towards you like this. Okay, you're going to take 2 fingers on either hand. Doesn't matter which one, and you're going to tap the side of the finger that faces you, and you're going to do what we call the last knuckle. Okay, so like equal to your nail. You're just going to tap the side, and kids like this because this is something that they can do. I go around a karate chop and start over.
Do you do the thumb also?
I do the thumb. Okay. Yeah, look at your nail polish. How fun. Yeah, you guys, listen, you guys know me. I'm like squirrel.
That's the joy.
I know. I was going to say, I love my spazziness. I really do. All right, so, but you know how many people, you know the question I get asked more than anything.
What?
Where do you get your energy? And I will tell you guys, tapping. I'm 60. I have more energy than I've ever had in my whole life.
Okay, this is sidetrack, but what if somebody just doesn't have that kind of, I tend to be more on the calmer, quieter side.
Yeah, which is okay.
But, you know, it kind of makes me wonder, is there something wrong with being a calmer kind of personality, even though I do what I do? You know what I mean?
You're going to make me laugh.
First
First of all,
what I'm here for.
There's no wrong. There's no wrong. Okay, let's just start there. There's no wrong. There's
Okay.
infinite choice.
Very good.
Okay, the calm works for you.
Yeah.
All right. So look.
It's okay.
If the calm's coming from a place of it's not safe to speak up or it's not safe to be
Depending
me,
on what
you
is.
see what's behind it.
Makes
Am I
good
being
sense.
calm because it's safer, or am I being calm because I'm really just a calmer person?
Because, see, that can kind of irritate me because I'm like, you know what? I am so kind of low-key kind of person.
Yeah.
And I have had history of, which I'm working on, feeling not good enough or not.
Okay, I just heard the word confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, not feeling confident.
Yes.
Okay.
And now that confidence is here,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
don't have that feeling anymore.
Do you
but
say
it does.
something if someone cuts in line in front of you?
I will. You know what? It's going to be always. Excuse me.
Well, she's gonna be on the side
My
of
way.
nice. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I am too. I just do it louder.
And that's how we make a good team here.
Well,
Anyway,
and we
sorry.
always say, I've said for years, she's the yin to my yang, okay? Because I'm blah, all over the place, and I love that about me. I really do. I don't have a problem with it. There was a lady years ago who said to me something about being calmer, and I said, ooh, why do I want to do that?
Right.
And then I even said at one point, oh, there's these calm people showing up in my life, and she said, maybe they're trying to tell you something, and I'm like, that they love my spasticity?
Yes.
I mean, you know.
And that's true. Sorry, I'm just going on
We
about
just
that. but
went on.
yes,
and on.
yes,
Anyway,
okay.
no, that's fine, but pay attention. Is that coming
Yes.
from? Okay, now,
Yes.
one of the things that you can do, okay, there's many, okay, but you can even start tapping in. I love feeling confident.
Yeah.
I love my quiet confidence. I love my sure
you.
confidence.
Yep.
I love that,
Yes.
you can absolutely do that. But if you're doing that, now pay attention, because this is
Right.
where the tapping is amazing. If you're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a memory, a thought, a person, something pop up in here, okay, that reminded you about a time you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just tell you, you don't have to worry about whether or not that recognition's going to come in, because it will. I remember
yeah,
one night looking
yeah.
through photos, I saw somebody's face, and it was like, I had such a feeling shoot through me that I just looked at the photo and tapped. You guys can go to your
Same.
pictures of yourself growing up at a time when an incident happened that was too big for you,
Yeah.
that was negative or whatever it is. Now, you don't want to open up a huge issue by yourself. You want to find somebody, and if it's not me, it's okay, but you want to find somebody that you resonate with, that you feel safe and secure with. I always tell people, this is a judgment-free zone. I got plenty to do to keep this thing right here happy without being in judgment about what somebody's telling
Right.
me. Because let me tell you, if you don't think I've heard some stuff,
Yeah.
and the real gift of what I do, I believe, for others is that I can go, okay, let's go.
I do.
You know, there's no, I don't need to be judging that. That life experience, the way I say it, it's a part of the patchwork that is the quilt that is you.
I love
Okay?
it. Yes.
Oh man, that was good. Somebody out there loved that. I got that woo behind my eyes and everywhere. That was good. Was that you, Frank? All right, so because Frank is sensitive, I can tell Frank is sensitive. Frank found me the other day, and it was like love at first sight.
Beautiful.
So yeah, really nice. So so y'all know that lately I've been doing the Yes I Can tapping. The Yes I Can is a really, really easy way to rampage. You know, I love my confidence. Yes, I can. I love it when I feel confident. Yes, I can. Ooh, I can grow this confident feeling in me. Yes, I can. You see, that's why I'm always playing with this stuff. I'm always rampaging. When I take my walks, I'm rampaging. You know, all this kind of stuff. So I got Claudia on here. I don't know what Dee's saying me about. Maybe just something I said resonated. That's always good. I want to let you also know that on July 28th, I will be at Blooming Life Yoga again. She wants to start having me in once a month. It's going to be like an hour and a half class. If you want to know more about it, then give me send me a private message or on my timeline or on the thread or something, so that I can make sure once the event is there that it's there. Now, you didn't do a specific mix for today, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I just brought samples.
Yeah. She's always putting orange in stuff for me.
I love orange.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And orange is really
I'm an
good
orange guy, too.
and uplifting. I brought spearmint also.
Yeah. By the way, the mother who brought those kids to me, she
Oils.
mindfulness, she's teaching them breathing, you know, all these things. Now, we'll just tell you, y'all know I'm a tapping snob, okay, right? so no matter what it is you're doing, you know, if you're breathing, tap.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because there's no better way to get mindful than to calm down this little brain. Okay? And I tell people all the time, we don't want to I heard this from Abraham. We don't want to shut down your monkey mind. Okay? We just want to retrain it.
Right.
Okay?
That's
because really, if you could get it on a loop of I'm awesome, I'm amazing, I'm spectacular, people love me, they love being around me. Listen, I didn't used to be able to do this. I will never, ever forget sitting at my desk at work, and I was reading a book because I was allowed to. No judgment.
Judgment-free zone.
And it was a Florence Scovel Shinn book, and anybody who's read her book, they're like pure affirmations. And I put the book down, tried to say an affirmation.
You couldn't.
I couldn't say one. I didn't know how to do it. My brain was so used to focusing on the problem and not solution. This is why I love teaching you guys law of attraction and the tapping, okay? So, even though we're going to do a little tapping on anger, what I want you to understand is that even tapping about anger can help release pain in your body. Tapping about resentment can help release pain in your body. Okay? All right? So, and just so you know, everybody I work with and every time I've ever done group, when you bring up the word resentment, you know, everybody disowns it. Nope, I don't do that. And I'm and I'm like, wow, you're the only person on the planet.
That does it.
Okay. So once I ask the question in different ways, then they go, oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we always get there, all right? So, double dipping. Double dipping is the thing where in my feeling good now, I have to get a now, future, feeling good match. Okay? Now, does that mean that I never get anything in my life that doesn't feel good? No, it doesn't. But what it does mean is, in the moment I'm aware of it, you better believe it, I start going really general and feeling good because I know I get a match to me. It's got to get really, really important to you how you feel. Okay? That's the bottom line of this. When you start loving you, okay? Warts and all, life experience and all, okay? When you can say I can love me when I'm angry, I can love me when I'm not angry. I can love me when I'm sad, I can love me when I'm not sad. When you're doing that and you start to love this thing called you, okay? All the yummy you-iness that you are, okay? Then you actually start to be more in touch with how you're feeling. You're able to realize when you're feeling the negative. It's safe to acknowledge it, okay? Because it really is, okay? And one of the things I've even been doing lately is when we get into that heightened emotional state, put the hand right here, okay? Because when we do that, we're telling the body we're safe right now.
Okay.
Okay? I felt you get that.
Yeah.
All right. So when you are looking to tap on pain, I'm just going to say this real fast. When you're looking to tap on pain, ask yourself when you think about the pain, foot, back, head, wherever, okay? you want to ask yourself, what emotion do you think about or feel when you think about the pain? So maybe when you think about knee pain, you feel frustration. Maybe when you think about that knee pain, you get angry. Maybe when you think about it, you feel sad, okay? That's going to really be a big thing to help you start navigating the tapping. I'm going to talk to words just for another minute. Words. That's the biggest thing that everybody brings up. How do you know the words? Because they all say, how do you know these words? Okay, first of all, I came out of the womb talking. I know words. Surprise! Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, talking is not an issue for me.
Okay.
And so, here's what I tell you on words. Think of it this way, a couple different ways. You can either do no words tapping, just tap the spots, okay? Eventually, okay? Seriously, you're going to have some word or a feeling or a person or a something pop in.
Yeah.
But just don't even use words. Just tap for a couple minutes while you're just feeling about what you're feeling, because it really is the feeling. The words are just to get us in touch with what happened and the feeling, okay? That's one way. The other way, pretend you're picking up your phone, calling your most trusted friend and telling that story, okay? Because here's the thing, you do not want to be telling crappy stories without tapping. Why? When you tell that crappy story and you're not tapping, your whole isness thinks it's happening right now. Now, the difference is when we're tapping and telling the crappy story, yes, our isness is acting like it's now, but by tapping, we're interrupting the chemical dump from the brain into the body that makes the emotion feel so real. I hope that made sense for everybody. And if it didn't, just send me back. She says, aha, an aha moment. The pain in my knee is associated with frustration. Yay! Okay, now, next, what you want to ask yourself, Dee, once you start tapping about the frustration in my knee, then ask yourself, does this remind me of another time that I felt this way? Is there another time I felt frustrated and afraid to move forward or didn't want to forgive, because of that time, the frustration? Because the thing is, the truth of the fact of the matter is, when they make that crappy choice, and now I'm left feeling bad, okay, let me tell you what, I just had to have a call with Coach myself a couple weeks ago, because I was so twisted up in knots about something, and of course she reflected everything back to me that I know, but I know that even when I get in that heightened state, it's hard for me to think clearly. And even though I was tapping, I'm like, I was doing that little panicky thing, all right? So asking those questions can help you navigate it. So let's say, D, here it is again. Let's say that frustration really makes you feel powerless or helpless. Okay? That's what you want to connect to next. All right? When else have you felt powerless? And I know some of your stories, so I know some of that, of why. Okay? And you could say, even this physical stuff going on with me feels so powerless and out of my control. Okay? Listen, you guys can't do it wrong. The only way you can do tapping wrong is by not doing it. Okay? Really seriously. All right? Jim, did this start at 30 minutes, the timer? Do you know?
We started at 10 o'clock, it's now 10:30.
Okay, all right, so we're going to tap for a few minutes. I was trying to end on time, but we all know that's a real challenge for Tapngrl. Tap and talking girl. Tap and talking, no breathing girl. All right, so, Carol. All right, so going to the side of the hand, what I want you to do is I want you to think about an emotion. I'm going to be focused on anger. Okay, this might really help you, Dee. So I know you're going to be here with me, and I want you to think about a situation or a time, or even just how anger feels in your body. Okay, even tapping with kids, it takes them a few minutes to reconnect to it, because usually they tell me it's in their head, and then I have to say, do you ever get really tight and tense? And then they know where we're going. Okay, but we're so trained into being thinking things. Okay, all right. So I want you to think about that anger. I want you to think about whether it's an ache or a pain or a situation or a person. Doesn't matter, okay? It's your job to stay focused in. Don't make it too big. You want to bring it down. You want it to be like that moment in time, that face in time, that, okay? All right? And now what we're going to do is we're going to rate it on a 1 to 10. 10 being like, oh yeah, there it is, and 1 being not at all. So we want to at least pick something that's a 5, 6, okay? All right, and then the other thing that we want to do is we want to be okay if while we're tapping, the intensity, if it's a body thing or an emotion of anger and all that, if it goes up, it's okay, all right? It actually means we're on target. Okay, so don't be freaked out if you go, oh no, it's worse. All right, just stay with us and keep tapping. A lot of times too, you'll probably feel some nausea. Okay, because I had a lot of people saying that the other day. So here we go. Even though I have this anger in my body and mind,
Even though I have this anger in my body and mind,
I choose to love and honor myself.
I choose to love and honor myself.
And even though I have this anger,
And even though I have this anger,
it's kind of a default now.
it's kind of a default now.
I have a knee-jerk reaction.
Oh
day.
my gosh!
Okay, knee-jerk reaction.
I have a knee-jerk reaction.
And I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
And even though sometimes
sometimes
I make choices that don't feel good
I make choices that don't feel good
because I feel angry,
because I feel angry
and I don't know what to do with my anger,
and I don't know what to do with my anger.
and I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love and honor myself anyway.
love and honor myself anyway.
Okay, ready? So let's go to this eyebrow right there, and I want you to just take a nice breath. All this anger,
All this anger
side of the eye. Wow.
coming out.
This anger, anger coming up. Yeah, all this anger in my body,
All this anger in my body.
under the eye. This tight, tense anger in my body,
This tight, tense anger in my body.
under the nose. I didn't know what to do with it,
I didn't know what to do with it.
so I just left it alone.
So I just left it alone.
Chin, I thought I dealt with it.
I thought I dealt with it.
Collarbone, this old feeling of anger.
This old feeling of anger.
Under the arm, all the unfairness I felt.
All the unfairness I felt.
Top of the head, from that situation
From that situation
and the anger I felt.
and the anger I felt.
Eyebrow, nobody taught me to be okay.
Nobody taught me to be okay
Side of the eye, with just feeling this anger.
with just feeling this anger.
I'm just feeling this anger in my body.
I'm just feeling this anger in my body
Under the nose, while I do this crazy tapping thing.
while I do this crazy tapping thing.
Chin, I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works,
Collarbone, but I usually feel calmer.
but I usually feel calmer.
This justified anger.
This justified anger,
Top of the head. But when I react,
but when I react,
it feels so out of my control.
it feels so out of my control.
Eyebrow, my body gets so tight and tense.
My body gets so tight and tense.
Side of the eye, I'm feeling threatened.
I'm feeling threatened.
Under the eye, and this anger's meant to protect me.
And this anger's meant to protect me.
Under the nose, this feeling of anger.
This feeling of anger,
Chin, it's so uncomfortable.
it's so uncomfortable.
Collarbone, I was taught to push these negative emotions away.
I was taught to push these negative emotions away.
Under the arm, what if that's not going to give me the most relief?
What if that's not going to give me the most relief?
Top of the head, what if really feeling it
What if really feeling it
is the way out of it?
is the way out of it?
Eyebrow, what if I can hyper move it,
What if I can hyper move it
side of the eye, by feeling it and tapping?
by feeling it and tapping?
Under the eye, what if recognizing
What if recognizing
my anger
my anger
is a really good thing?
is a really good thing
Under the nose, so that I can start to deal with it.
so that I can start to deal with it
Chin, and calm my
and
brain.
calm my brain?
Collarbone, we just started, Patty, so stay with us. All this anger.
All this anger,
Under the arm, this old anger.
this old anger,
Top of the head, this new anger that feels the same.
this new anger that feels the same.
Eyebrow, sometimes when I get angry,
Sometimes when I get angry,
side of the eye, I make choices
I make choices
under the eye that I'm not proud of.
that I'm not proud of.
Under the nose, it's like my brain got hijacked.
It's like my brain got hijacked.
Chin, I don't like that feeling.
I don't like that feeling.
Collarbone, when I can't think clearly.
When I can't think clearly.
Under the arm, that out of control feeling.
That out of control feeling.
Top of the head, that feeling like they won.
That feeling like they won.
Eyebrow, maybe I got punished.
Maybe I got punished.
Side of the eye, maybe I'm an adult.
Maybe I'm an adult.
Under the eye, and I'm still punishing me.
And I'm still punishing me.
Under the nose, all this old anger.
All this old anger.
Chin, sometimes it hurts my heart.
Sometimes it hurts my heart.
Collarbone, I don't like how out of control this feels.
I don't like how out of control this feels.
Under the arm, this old anger.
This old anger.
Top of the head, this old feeling of anger.
This old feeling of anger.
Okay, now I'm going to go to the physical response.
Okay.
Right here, my body gets so tense.
My body gets so tense.
Side of the eye, it gets so tight and tense
It
when I'm
gets so
angry.
tight and tense when I'm angry.
I love it. You're so used to just jumping
just
in and
jump in,
finishing
yeah.
it with me. No, seriously, I love that. Okay, under the eye, my tight, tense body.
My tight, tense body.
Under the nose, reacting to this anger.
Reacting to this anger.
Chin, it's an old habit.
It's an old habit.
Collarbone, it just feels so bad.
It just feels so bad.
Under the arm, sometimes I feel my heart rate go faster.
Sometimes I feel my heart rate go faster.
Top of the head, when my heart rate speeds up like that,
When my heart rate speeds up like that,
eyebrow, it gets kind of scary in my body.
gets kind of scary in my body.
Side of the eye, that elevated heart rate.
That elevated heart rate,
Under the eye, that sweaty palms.
the sweaty palms.
Under the nose, sometimes my palms get sweaty.
Sometimes my palms get sweaty.
Chin, sometimes my shoulders go up around my ears.
Sometimes my shoulders go up around my ears.
Collarbone, or I feel the tension in my back.
Or I feel the tension in my back.
Under the arm, the burden I carry.
The burden I carry.
It's visible on my shoulders.
It's visible on my shoulders.
Top of the head, when I go into that angry loop
When I go into that angry loop
of thought.
of thought.
Take a nice breath. Okay, so now we're going to do some positive tapping. Just making sure I'm watching the clock, like that matters. Jim's probably going, huh?
Watch the clock.
No, I don't want to go on till noon. All right, so everybody wants to go home. All right. So right here,
Okay.
what if I could let some of this anger go?
What if I could let some of this anger go?
Side of the eye, to feel a little more control in my body.
To feel a little more control in my body.
Under the eye, by paying attention to what's going on in my mind.
By paying attention to what's going on in my mind.
Under the nose, you mean I could really relax myself?
You might, I could really relax myself
Chin, just by tapping.
just by tapping,
Collarbone, acknowledging how I feel.
acknowledging how I feel,
Under the arm, and still feeling safe.
and still feeling safe.
Top of the head, I like feeling more in control.
I like feeling more in control.
Eyebrow, what if I was tapping about anger in the morning?
What if I was tapping about anger in the morning
Side of the eye, so that I get ahead of it for the day.
so that I get ahead of it for the day?
Under the eye, that way when something shows up later.
That's why when something shows up later,
Under the nose, it might not trigger me as much.
it might not trigger me as much.
Chin, that's a control I would love.
That's a control I would love.
Collarbone, maybe it's just going to take practice.
Maybe it's just going to take practice.
Under the arm, what if practice is a good thing?
What if practice is a good thing?
Top of the head, I learned everything I learned
I learned everything I learned
through practice and repetition.
through practice and repetition.
Eyebrow, and I can practice and repeat.
And I can practice and repeat
Side of the eye, as clearly as.
as clearly as
Under the eye, letting go of this anger.
letting go of this anger.
Under the nose, it's safe for me to let it go.
It's safe for me to let it go.
Chin, I'm the one paying the price.
I am the one paying the price.
Collarbone, and I want more control of me.
And I want more control of me.
Under the arm, I love the feeling that I could be more in control.
I love the feeling that I can be more in control.
Top of the head, I am for in control.
I am for in control.
Eyebrow, I love feeling more relaxed.
I love feeling more relaxed.
I love focusing on things that feel better.
I love focusing on things that feel better
Under the eye, because I can.
because I can.
Under the nose, I can get on a completely different subject.
I can get on a completely different subject
Chin, because I can.
because I can.
Collarbone, because I'm the only thinker in my thinker.
Because I'm the only thinker in my thinker.
Under the arm, so I can stay focused on that thing that happened.
So I can stay focused on that thing that happened.
Top of the head, or I could think about bunnies.
Or I could think about bunnies.
Eyebrow, I can think about kittens.
I could think about kittens.
Side of the eye, puppies.
Puppies.
Under the eye, I love the feeling of success.
I love the feeling of success.
Under the nose, I love feeling confident.
I love feeling confident.
Chin, I love feeling safe and secure.
I love feeling safe and secure.
Collarbone, I love that I can do that.
I love that I can do that.
Under the arm, and I love that I can do it it for me.
And I love that I can do it for me.
Top of the head. I'm feeling calmer right now.
I'm feeling calmer right now.
Eyebrow, letting go of that old gunk and junk.
Letting go of that old gunk and junk.
Side of the eye, so that I feel more relaxed.
So that I feel more relaxed.
Under the eye, more relaxed in my body.
More relaxed in my body.
Under the nose, my brain wants a nap.
My brain wants a nap.
Chin. Calming down feels so good.
Calming down feels so good.
Collarbone, I like how this feels.
I like how this feels.
This peaceful, easy feeling.
This peaceful, easy
We all gonna break
feeling.
into
I
song?
know.
Top of the head. I do this for me.
I do this for me.
Take a nice breath. Oh, yeah. All right, now you know I do
Good.
this in group. I do it one-on-one. Don't forget about July 28th. Come see us back here on the 2nd and 4th Thursday, and every Tuesday morning I'm live. You tell them about you for a second.
Okay, essential oils, Reiki, drumming, meditations. Find me through Colette or 317-750-2445.
I'm laughing because when we were doing Puppies, Kittens, Carol wrote baby goats.
Oh,
Have you seen goat yoga?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yes.
so hilarious and
I've
fun.
also heard of bunny yoga.
Oh my.
So
Well, that
that's
would
a
be,
new one.
That would be busy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me talk about my sponsors for a second. Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies. If Jim can help you out, give him a shout out. We also want to put a shout out for his wife in recovery, and I'll send just a 30 seconds of blessings, healings, and well-being for her. She is still recovering. And is that it?
That's it.
Are we out?
Woohoo.
Okay. So until we see you next time, everybody. We didn't see the song.
You gotta sing. You
Oh,
sing
okay,
it.
you just do it all. All
I'll
right,
just-
one more minute. Here we go. I am enough now. I shine my light now. I am enough now. I was born this way. I am enough now. I shine my light now. And nobody can take that away. I am enough now. I shine my light now. I am enough now. I was born this way. I am enough now. I shine my light now. And nobody can take that away. We'll only do 2 rounds today. All right, so till I see you next time, keep tapping into you.